welcome back again. This is Stock Market Tips, Secrets to Success by David Diaz. In today's episode, we are looking at catalysts. What is it? How can I benefit from it? A catalyst, as defined by the Cambridge Dictionary, a condition, event, or person that is the cause of an important change, as referred to in biology or chemistry. A catalyst is also a substance that causes or speeds a chemical reaction without itself being changed, although there is no necessary chemical, in parentheses, reaction, but there is a reaction in the stock market. Catalyst. The basic questions that you want to ask yourself is, what's happening? How will my investment react? Should I buy? Should I sell? Should I hold? Types of catalysts, new products. Everyone has potentially a new product to release. Not always, but usually there's a new product to be released. And I'd like to show you some samples of what a new product can be. See, Volkswagen on March 15, 2021, places a $14 billion order with battery manufacturer Northvolt in electric vehicle push. This is a big talk in 2021, the electric vehicles. Although the tech stock companies are down because there's an issue with providing some sort of equipment that's missing. I don't remember if it's electric battery or a switch or what it is, because it's been a while. I'm constantly researching, and some things I forget. Hey, that happens. So can this move a stock? You bet it can. This can move a stock. Volkswagen is actually up. As you can see here, Volkswagen, its last price, $24.80, a change of 1%, total change of 5%. So sorry, that's $1.24 up. It's up $1.24, so that's a 5% increase. So that's pretty good. That's how what a catalyst works like. Now, new products examples, it could be a phone, could be a new gadget, could be some enhancement. It could be some type of research development or just a development in general. What are types of new advancements? Well, the FDA approves new therapy for triple negative breast cancer that has spread, not responded to other treatments. I don't know what triple negative breast cancer is. It sounds like 3 times you're negative. So, I mean, that's as basic as it can be for me. Maybe it's a different technological term in reference to the science industry, but for me, it sounds like a good place to invest. And you bet, sure enough, when these started to come out, that all of a sudden you got triple negative breast cancers, I remember the first stocks, they boomed. There was a lot of money to be made back in April of last year in 2020. So pay attention to these types of news. However, if it's the third, fourth, fifth time that it's happening, I don't think it's going to react just as it did the first time around, because other companies will follow with the same type of information. They might have the advancement, but we don't know if it will have the same reaction with the investors in general. Research companies. If your iPhone charger blows up, it may be a fake sold on Instagram. That's right. There are a lot of things being sold everywhere on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, you name it. Even in general, as you're using your phone to search for something, all of a sudden, boom, you're going to get whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to get another, it's equivalent for much less. So just be careful. Maybe you like to buy cheap products. Maybe you like to buy high quality. Remember, if you buy high quality, you're in a category on its own. If you like to buy cheap, then guess what? You're going to be cheap throughout your life. So try and balance it out. I used to buy a lot of economical stuff until I realized that if my wife was buying stuff that was well worth it, higher quality, then I've got to be doing it too, because I'm building a reputation and I psychologically need to live to that higher level on the pyramid scale. Will this news affect the stock positively or negatively? It might affect Instagram. If Instagram is on the stock market, which I haven't traded Instagram. However, I believe it's owned by Facebook, so it might affect Facebook. Might. Will it necessarily affect Facebook? I don't think so because it's an indirect information source and it's not a direct hit against Instagram or Facebook. However, people are crazy. They will react to some of these things in wild ways. You can see right here, it says Facebook is up 2%, 2.46. It might be because of this information. HSBC, the bank, is down 0.64. Apple is up 1%. So this information, as crazy as it may seem, it can affect either way. What is happening inside a company, inside a sector? How about its cash flow or low debt? Is the earnings report being released? Is there an awards being given to a company? You can revisit history and see what happened in the past and see how that same company or another company reacted to one of these. And that will give you an idea of what will happen next to the company. It doesn't mean it's a sure thing, but it's a way to measure and to have some leverage on what you're willing to do with the catalyst. Southeast Michigan to benefit from 1.6 million in conservation grants that will improve community and habitat resilience. Now, some grants will benefit the investment, but some grants won't. This I leave up to you because I've been wrong and we don't know where to expect these grants to go. So you can see here Vaxart went up 4% because of this news. Because of this news. That's right. I believe it affected it directly. Now, I remember about 6 to 7 months ago, Bill Gates gave a grant to one of the biotech companies attempting to facilitate funds so that they can come out with a COVID vaccine. So they gave a grant. Bill Gates gave a grant, and that stock boomed, and so did others in the biotech industry. An income statement. An income statement, it depends. This is part of the fundamental analysis. It depends on you. If you like to use this, great. If you don't, then you don't. There are things in here that I like, and there are things that I don't like. On this page here, total revenue, operating expenses, as you can see right here, TTM, I believe it's total to per month or total to date. And this is last year's, this is the year before, and 3 years ago, and so on. So these can affect the stocks negatively or positively. In reference to the income statement, there isn't much that I like to look at. If you're looking to invest for the long term, this is something that you need to look into. Is a company in debt? Is a company have plenty of assets? How's its cash flow? Does it have very low debt? So these are things that you can look at on this income statement. It's also part of the fundamental analysis. I should remind you that because it's very important that you know the differences. Why Volkswagen's plan to beat Tesla could crush other electric car stocks. So this stock came out the day after Volkswagen invested 14 billion with Northvolt. And this headline obviously will move the stock again, just a little bit. Not much beyond what it is right now, because I don't think it moves that fast. It also depends on the trend. It also depends on the average investor. Volkswagen is big in Europe. Volkswagen also owns Porsche, Bentley, Lamborghini, and I don't remember what else, but I know that they own those. Yep, you better believe it. They own them. I didn't know until a few days ago. So it's shocking, but it's amazing how powerful. I'm also hoping that Volkswagen will unite with Apple instead of Microsoft because it benefits me. I'm invested in Apple. And it would be nice if they did. Then I know that Apple would be ahead of the game. So I don't know which way Volkswagen's going to go, but it'll either be with Apple or Microsoft. Uh, and either way, an investment will be made and it will be good for either one. So you can see here also trending news. Wall Street dips as Fed meeting kicks off. This 118-year-old legendary auto parts maker is going public via a SPAC. Stock market news, live updates. Stocks fall after Dow and S&P set records. Retail sales miss estimates. Bill Gross says he made 10 million betting against GameStop. Why Congress is bringing back pork. So some of this information is useful. Some of it is just stuff that you're going to read and you won't get much out of it. So as time goes on and as you become more avid of a reader, then information will make sense according to your style of investing. Shareholder alert. Robbins LLP announces that Clover Health Investments Corp is being sued for misleading shareholders. Now, is this positive or is this negative? This is the weird thing. This is definitely negative news. However, from what I've seen, this negative news will move a stock in the positive direction. But in this case, Clove, as you can see here, you can see right here, Clove at this point in time, which last price was $8.68. Net change 19 cents down. So that means a 2% reduction at that point. If it's middle of the day, this is what you'll get. If it's the morning hours, there's a chance it might go up 5-10% and then drop. That's my guess. News can work both ways. Even if it's negative news, it could bring positive earnings. But then again, it might go back the opposite way. Robinhooders, don't blow your stimulus check on sundial growers. Buy this red hot cannabis ETF instead. Now, whatever is being moved out there, it could be sundial, it could be one of the other marijuana stocks. They're going to become hot. I don't know when. They were hot when they started out. They will become hotter and hotter because as this new president came in, Biden, he supports marijuana use for medical reasons and so on. I don't know what exactly other reasons there could be, but recreational use probably and so on. But Biden supports it, and Canada is a big proponent of it. So expect these stocks to come about sooner or later. I'm invested in Agra Flora, which is one of the growers, I believe, in Canada. Although I have been down and I've lost $1,000, I've been holding because soon enough, I'm going to make my money multiplied. If the stock goes up $1, I have exceeded my loss. I have made beyond my loss. So I'm expecting it to go up. It's only worth 4 cents a share right now, probably at times at 3 cents a share. But that's what happens with this news. And not to mention that I invested in Agriflora when I was just learning. So that was a few years back. Cancer Genetics to present at the annual 33rd Roth Conference. This could be good news. They might be getting ready to release new information. Let's see what it says below. On March 12, 2021, an emerging leader in novel drug discovery techniques announced today that Jay Roberts, Chief Executive Officer, will present at annual 33rd. This event is being held virtually from March 15th to the 17th. I don't know how this stock will be affected, but the reality is that news can go both ways. If you look into companies or into specific sectors, certain more specifically than others, you're going to know information probably much more than I do. It depends. It all depends on how much information you know in reference to a sector. It can affect the stock in a positive way. It could affect it in a negative way. I don't know, but either way, you can make money. Dow Jones falls on weak retail sales. Retail sales down. NASDAQ rallies as these tech stocks lead. So it's crazy. You just heard it in one brief statement. Dow Jones is down in retails, but then the NASDAQ is up because of tech stocks reaction. So this is going to happen. You're going to get statements like this. On one side, it's negative, but then on another side, it's positive. I've seen NASDAQ down for the last 3 weeks because of tech stocks. And the Dow Jones has been positive the last 3 weeks. But then now there's a shift. So I don't can't tell you which way the full market's going to go, but I can tell you that a sector can react in a specific way that will affect the NASDAQ one way and the Dow Jones the other, and so on. A catalyst can be used, but it can also not do a thing for a company or a sector. And I've seen that happen many times. So just be aware that even though that you have the right catalyst for a stock, you're not always going to have that information. I do want to leave you with something very important in reference to catalysts. If you think that this is the only piece of information that you need to invest in a stock, think again. I highly recommend that you have at least three sources of information. A catalyst is one. Number two is the market cap, which we will go over in future videos. Number three is looking at the charts. Those are just three sample basics we're going to look at in the next couple of videos that I like to look at and that I like to abide by as I'm getting ready to invest. Whatever you choose to invest in, make sure that your sources of information are reliable and meaningful, and they have your head pounding and your heart moving, not your stomach, because your stomach is going to give you butterflies at the beginning. So get used to that roller coaster ride. This is CEO David Diaz, Stock Market Tips, Secrets to Success.